This game was made almost a year ago and already has won many awards and the attention of most gamers. Seriously, this game managed to get so popular so quickly, leaving the AAA gaming industry trembling in local Thunk's way. But what makes Balatro feel so good to play? Why can't I stop playing this? It truly is very addicting. Well, for starters, it's like popping bubble wrap. So subtle, yet so satisfying. Most interactions have an animation and a clicking or popping sound effect, whether it's hovering over a card or when you get a crazy score and those flames appear. Those little effects make the game feel amazing to play, making you want to get a better score so that way you can hear those rewarding chimes. Again. Again. And again. Not to mention the music. It truly is wonderful. A nice jazz that feels liminal, like you're floating through nowhere, just playing poker. It loops nicely to where even when you're playing for hours and hours on end, you don't feel like you're going mad. And in my experience, I forget that there is even background music to begin with, which is probably the best feedback for background music. It's not meant to take up every brain cell occupying your brain. It's just meant to serve as some background noise. Which brings me over to my next point. This might be a hot take, but I believe that this game makes you feel good subconsciously. Like, think of it this way. When you think of normal poker, you might think of a big casino, where you play with other people and most likely have to bet. Being in a big space like that with hundreds of people while playing a game that will inevitably make you lose more money than you gain seems really stressful. Not to mention, you can't take all the time in the world to decide on your next move, because of the other people who are also playing. But with Balatro, you aren't playing with others. There is no betting and no extremely loud and annoying sounds. So, basically poker without most of its stressors. Plus, the music is like a nice jazz, so it's encouraging you to take all the time you want to choose your next move. And if that's not enough, you can always quit and save it for another time. Also, the closest thing that you have to gambling in Balatro is opening the packs or re-rolling in the shop. But you're never using real money to do so. You're only ever using the game currency to make any purchases in the game. You can't even be tempted to buy more in-game currency because there is no option to do so. Ultimately, you just feel good playing because you know that you aren't losing out on anything. And even when the run sadly comes to the end, you still get to see all of your collection over the times that you played. You can view your collection from jokers to the tarot cards and even the tags from the blinds. And for my final point, Balatro is all about being random, and you, the player, have to learn how to deal the hand that you've been dealt. Even though it is random, it feels very balanced, which from a game developer perspective is something very hard to achieve. If you haven't tried the game yet, I highly recommend that you play the game for yourself so that way you can experience it. And that's it. That's everything. Yeah, have a good day.